My name is Studio Paige, and this is my vlog 1 for TE 150, Section 4 with June Westdale. I wanted to start off with obviously saying, who I am. My name's Sadia. I grew up in Lansing, Michigan, and I come from a biracial family. I don't really like using that term, but it's the best way to say it. My mother is white, and my father is African American. I also wanted to kind of go off on that and say that growing up, I never really could identify with either one. My elementary and middle school years, I always found it very difficult to really identify, but it never hit me as a problem until I got a little bit older, maybe 8th grade, and I think that's when it really gave me the desire to want to identify with a race. I know that my dad always kind of irritated my dad that I didn't know who I was, and my mom didn't care that much, but yeah. So I got to high school and I went to Sexton High School in Lansing, Michigan. It's one of the 3 high schools. It's the smallest school. However, all 3 high schools in Lansing are very predominantly African American. With that being said, they're also very diverse, but they're mostly demographically African American. I think it actually represents the city of Lansing very well, the high schools. With that being said, I would kind of like to go into saying that going to a predominantly black school, it was an inner city school, so we lacked a lot of resources. Not that the teachers were bad, but you can't have a good teacher if they don't have the resources to teach you the material that you need. They tried their hardest, and to this day, I love all the teachers that I've ever had, because I know that they tried hard with the resources that they were given, because they weren't given a lot, because it was spread between 3 high schools. I think that having that lack of resource and attention from my education, from my teachers and my education, it really kind of gave me a backbone to really dive into education. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the reason why I am an elementary education major, I switched actually right after my freshman year. I don't know, I guess I want to have an effect on people, and I know that my teachers had an effect on me because they really tried to, I don't know, they tried with what they were given, and I really appreciated that, and it really left an imprint on me, and I want to be able to do that to other kids too. That's not really important to what I'm trying to say, but it's also kind of going into, to say, what's your cultural background and how is it related to your values, your beliefs, and your behaviors towards education. And I would definitely say that growing up in a inner city school, going through the years, seeing that I didn't have what the kids in, Grand Ledge or Okemos or East Lansing, I didn't have those resources. I didn't have, extra clubs that I could join to enhance my resume when I applied to college. I didn't have that. So I think that really gave me this strong belief that you are what you are given. However, you can definitely break through from that, but you are definitely what you are given. If you're not given the attention and the resources that you need, you're not gonna, you can, but it's, I don't know, it's statistically, not statistically, but kind of statistically proven that you're just kind of gonna follow what you're given. But I think that really kind of gave me the push to try harder and make it to where I am at now at Michigan State. And I really would give that to my teachers for really kind of trying their hardest. And here I am. I think that going to the school that I went to really made me who I am, and it really gave me the opportunity to value education so much more, because I made it out of where I was. Not that it was this horrible school, but I made it out, and I think that's great. Going off of that, I wanted to say that I'm really excited for this project. I'm really excited to get to know my subject. I actually went to high school with them. However, I was not really close with them, and I didn't actually like them that much. However, they are very culturally different from me. They actually grew up in Cuba, and they struggled to get out of Cuba with their family. And I'm very curious to hear what they have to say about that and their value on education. coming from a different country to here at an older age. I think that this is definitely going to take me out of my comfort zone because I know the person and I'm kind of skeptic on, like, what I'm going to hear. Is it going to, like, kind of, I know it's going to surprise me, but I'm very curious to see what they have to say. I think that finding somebody that I know is actually a really good thing for me, project-wise, because it really gives me a chance to know them a little bit better. So I'm very excited for this project. So yeah, that was my vlog 1 for TE150. Thank you.